For the first time in 2020, Towson Lacrosse hits the road. We'll preview the game against St. Joseph's today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report. Hello again, fans, and welcome to the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. After their home opener, Towson hits the road to head up to Pennsylvania to take on St. Joseph's. To talk about the game, I'm joined by head coach Sonia LaMonica. Coach, so first road trip, get out of the confines of Johnny Unitas Stadium.
Yep.
The girls have to be excited to kind of get on the road and show what they can do away from home.
I've got to think so. We've obviously just come off, a tough loss. Back to the drawing board today, back to work today, did some good film study and kind of excited to just progress through this week and keep getting better. So I don't think we're thinking too much about like hopping on the bus just yet and hitting the road, but we'll get there. The weeks go quick and this group is really encouraged and excited. I think they realize how good that they can be, and if we clean up a few things, this is going to be a tough team to stop. So that's just great to kind of see that energy and that confidence, percolating in the group. And we'll look forward to sort of seeing if we've adjusted those and bettered ourselves against St. Joseph's this Saturday.
St. Joseph's coming off a loss 19-5 to Georgetown. They'll play Navy before you guys get to face them on Wednesday, or they'll play Navy on Wednesday, I should say. You look at that loss, 19-5. None of their goals assisted on. They didn't do well in free positions. It's hard, though, to scout so early in the season. Yeah,
it can be. And it's all like how quickly teams can adjust and build and grow. And some teams are going to really build quickly. Others are going to be a process. I think St. Joseph has always been a physical, tough team. They're not going to back down. They're going to play with a chip on their shoulder. So this is not going to be a cakewalk by any means. And it's always just tough to navigate, well, how good's Georgetown? Is Georgetown that good, right? That's all the questions people might be asking. We're not worrying too much about that, just that we've got a great team that we're going to face. We're going to be on the road and we're going to have to be ready to give it all. I was really pleased in the way that we showed a lot of hustle, fight, scrappiness this past weekend. We got a lot of speed out on the field, and I'm really, expecting us to continue to show that. That's a part of our identity. But if we continue to bring that, no matter who we see, and we clean up some of our unforced errors and finish a few more shots, we're going to be cooking. So, next team up. Right. Let's go.
Something that, going back to the Penn State game, looking at a couple of the stats, draw controls, which had been an area the last couple of years that was kind of up and down, 12 to 11 in favor of Penn State, but you kept it even. It wasn't like there was a huge advantage for the Nittany Lions on the one side.
No, the draws were a bit of a back and forth. It kind of was a game of runs with the draws.
And you have to be happy to see that it wasn't like last year where it was kind of one-sided at times.
No. We've got some great options with our draws. Obviously, Abby Wilkinson started in there. She had a really great showing against UMBC in the scrimmage. Just the interesting thing with draws is, different styles can negate or, become a a chess match, or a stalemate rather. So sometimes you've got to be able to have a different variety of styles based on, your opponent, what stick they're using, and that takes a bit of troubleshooting. And, for us this past weekend, Abby had a couple of good draws, but we just felt like they went on a bit of a run and we had to change it up. So Kerry took some draws, which is a new role for her this year, but she's just a strong, powerful player, and she's so good at 50-50, coming up with 50-50 balls.
Right.
And she proved that to be true again because she came up with a number of draws. And then we moved to Sammy as well. And, Sammy's got a knack for grabbing the ball out of the air. And so it's nice to have some options with the draw, a bit of variety, and ultimately, they're competitors. So it was good to see that, it was a bit of a wash in the draw category. And we'll just keep looking to build on those players and keep developing their game on the draws. But a lot of it comes down to just sheer will and hustle to grit out and come up with the ball.
And then the other stat that kind of jumped out, it's an area that historically, or at least the years I've been watching, we've been pretty efficient at the free positions, just 3 for 8 against Penn State. And I imagine that's something you're going to work on this week.
Yeah, and that's a good chunk of 8 meters. I know Penn State was getting pinged on 3 seconds a lot and shooting space based on the sets they were running and how we were leveraging them. So that put us on the 8 a few times. Again, a little bit of our finishing, just where we're putting the ball has got to be a little better. We spent some time on that today. We're going to continue to work on that through the week. But 8 meters, like free throws in basketball, they can really make a difference in the outcome of a game. So we'll keep getting better there. I think we've got the athletes and the shooters to be strong. We just need to keep getting reps at it.
All right, the Tigers will take on St. Joseph's this Saturday at 1 o'clock. For more news and notes on Towson Lacrosse, head over to towsontigers.com. For head coach Sonia LaMonica, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.